there is a verse in the Old Testament that describes perfectly how people forget their past blessings whenever they experience fear. It comes from 1 Maccabees 4, verse 9. It says, "Remember how our fathers were saved in the Red Sea, when Pharaoh pursued them with his army. So now let us cry out to heaven and see if the Lord will be with us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and crush these forces before us this day." So again, fear makes us forget. When the Israeli nation saw Pharaoh's army, they forgot God's promises. And when Judah's Maccabees saw a stronger enemy, he did something different here. He reminded people of God's promises and of God's miracles. So what we have to understand here is that before asking God to do something new, he remembered what God had already done. So he remembered when God had opened the Red Sea. And this is a very important lesson for every Christian. So faith grows when we remember through Scripture. And God repeatedly tells his people, remember the Exodus, remember the Red Sea, remember the wilderness, remember God's covenant. Why? Because remembering builds faith. It's very important to understand that remembering builds faith. Because if God was faithful yesterday, he will be faithful today. And this is what is going to give us more faith, and what is going to remind us of to never give up and always keep on believing. So David did the same thing before fighting the Goliath. "The Lord who rescued me from the lion and the bear will rescue me from this Palestine." This is 1 Samuel 17, verse 37. So David's confidence came from remembering God's past faithfulness. Sometimes we might ask God, God, where are you? What is going on? Why are things not going my way? But if we stop and think, we can remember the prayer he answered, the door he opened, the sickness he healed, the possessions he gave, the sin he forgave, the time he carried us when we couldn't stand. So this is why our testimony becomes very important in our own faith. So remembering the past deeds of God, what he did for us, is going to straighten our faith. Amen, and God bless you.